Okay. Hello, Key Biscayne. It is Monday, February 18th, 2019. This is your No One's Listening Show, episode 143. On this episode of the show, we will be discussing the buried power lines and stuff. A mugging update. Is the beach club struggling? And the boat show stuff. Let me introduce you guys to the panel. The OGs over here. To my left is Anna Banana.
Wink, wink. JG, hello.
To her left, hosting us tonight, once again, can't be more thankful, especially for all this food, right? Is Lenny.
Hey guys, it's all my leftover food that I can't eat because I'll get fat, so
nice.
Eat it up.
So we'll get fat instead.
Yes, please do.
And to her left, couldn't do this without him, his name's Manny.
Rafa, your introductions are better every week. By the way, you know, it's really nice to be out here today with the original group and Griff. I feel like Griff's here because he never says anything anyway.
That was my little, yeah.
And I also want to give a shout out to the amazing guests that we've had in the most recent run. Seems like we've had a lot of guests, and let's keep having the guests.
I think
it's
so.
a great thing.
I think it's good.
Today we don't have any, so we want to invite you, the listener, to give us a call. Give us a call out here, and let's see. I mean, it's nice you can put things on the chat and on Facebook and all that, but you know, let's hear your voice on the radio tonight. So you can give us a call. You know the number
305-361-8557. I also wanted to give a little shout out. Where's Billy? Billy's missing sorely at this one. I wish he would have been here.
Billy, is he in town?
Yeah, he's in town, but he's got too much nippa going on, so he can't.
Welcome to Key Biscayne.
Apparently, he's, I don't know, just not
getting ready for the big meeting tomorrow.
Not been home. He's been doing nippa so much that he has to be home for a little bit.
Well, I get that, and we miss you though. So.
Okay, let's get started. Who wants to talk about the weekend?
The weekend was, I think it was a beautiful weekend.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah. We on Saturday we had a little talk about nippa. We had two nippa events on Saturday morning, like at sunrise. We installed a new filler-bag station at the Oceana Path.
It's nice.
I like that.
Went down there, commando style, dug a hole.
Awesome.
We had approval. It was we were good. And then we paired it with a paddle. It was Chico's Paddle Club going out.
I saw that on the chat, and I got lazy.
I went. I did it.
Lenny was there. I think we had like 12 people or something like that.
It was awesome. It was really a beautiful, beautiful day.
Yeah, and then after the paddle, Anna,
yes,
it was like 10 o'clock already, 10 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't too late, and so we walked over to Dune, and they happened to be open.
Already?
Before noon. Usually it's like, you know, Lenny knows, you know, Lenny has a nose for this kind of thing. So she's like, we're going to Dune because she had some of her friends on the paddle. And I'm like, Lenny, it's going to be closed. You're going to end up at the cantina. And she's like, So I think what you knew, Lenny, was that Josh was going to show up early and everybody was going to show up early because of the boat show.
Well, I was
so they had to come in.
Like years ago, we went and it was closed, and we were all excited to have a Bloody Mary, and it was closed.
Well, it's President's Weekend, A. Yeah. B, I figured they'd be starting to set up at least the bar. So they weren't even really set up yet, and they made us the drinks anyway.
Good. Yeah, and 3, AB3, we...
and it started at 9:55, Manny. I had my first Bloody Mary at 9:55 in the morning.
We only had 2 that morning. They lasted for a couple hours. It was a beautiful morning.
It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yep. And then after that paddle, what did I do after that paddle? It's a little fuzzy. Oh, yeah, I think I went out with Bill. But I'm not going to talk about Saturday since you just talked about it. My cool weekend started on Friday, and Tom and I went to the Citadel over there in, is it over there by Portal?
No, it's like in the
River?
80s, right?
Little River District. I think it's 82nd and North Miami Avenue or whatever. It's a food hall.
Northeast 2nd Avenue?
Is that what it is? Northeast 2nd? Okay. Anyway, it's really cool. These young guys did this. God, I don't know his last name. That's really bad. But anyway, this guy Danny and his crew of friends and contractors and architects from Europe and stuff made this cool place at the Citadel. It's a food hall, and they have a central bar, and they have bands. And you know what is going to be in that building, Rafa?
What?
Y100, Power 96, Kiss 108.
Okay.
Every single radio station is going to be in that building, apparently.
You know, I hear something really funny.
Yeah.
I guess it's not that funny, but I'll say it anyway. Only like 2 weeks ago, I was telling Anna how we should start a campaign to boycott the Citadel.
Why? It's nice.
The Citadel is pure gentrification in the ugliest sense. It's like pour tons of money into an area, get everybody who lives there out of there, and be this humongous thing. Like it's almost like
like Wynwood.
Different.
No,
even bigger.
Even bigger.
It's not like one. It's like so much money being poured in, and that like dragon group and all that crap, like real estate buyers and stuff like that.
These guys are young dudes. They're 38 years old. By the way,
I don't want to get into it because it's like totally off topic for the show.
Thomas Conway,
but
my cousin's husband.
they are.
FYI.
They are.
Nice.
They are. Yeah.
Anyway,
it's
but
too much.
The rooftop bar is cool. I think it's cool. They're going to do a little section there that's going to be kind of like an SD, like kind of just make your own little maker's
But it sounds
shop.
big. It sounds big.
It's humongous.
It's massive.
Sounds
it's
like
a whole block, basically.
yeah.
It is a whole
No,
block.
but it's okay. But they separated it. It's not so. The hall is not a whole block. It's not that big.
Yeah.
It's like 15.
Well,
whatever.
we'll reserve judgment.
Well, we
till
should go in there. Let's do a field
Yeah.
trip, Rafa.
Yeah.
I'm going to change your mind.
I mean, I see it every time I go by there because I go to the art galleries right in front, and
Right, but you need to go in it.
I will never go in there.
You got to.
I'll
You
go,
would
I'll
love.
go.
You got to go.
I'm-
It's cool.
I'm
Anyway,
starting the campaign.
I like it. It's cool.
It's
cool.
announced.
I think it's really problematic, but I'll go in there to check it out.
You should.
I'll see it.
And it's good for the people who live in where's that place? A shore. What is it called? Miami Shores. It's like close to Miami Shores.
How about the people that lived where that thing is?
That building has always been like that. I think
No,
it was
but
always
the
a
people
citadel.
around that
Oh.
now can't afford to pay their rent.
What about you, Anna?
That ended it on a sour note. I'm down to check it out. I am curious.
All right.
Yeah.
Hold on a
Coño,
second.
it was fun.
Let me check your mics here.
Is it me?
Yeah.
It's on me. You can't put it closer.
I know.
Oh.
Give me a second. Technical difficulties.
She's about to eat the mic and it's still not working.
I could share with you.
Chucky, can you hear Anna when she talks?
Testing.
Test. So I'm just gonna.
Testing. 1 2 1 2.
So I'm gonna keep talking about how awesome that place
One,
is.
one, 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 one.
And the rooftop bar is really cool.
Yeah. No,
One,
Anna.
one.
What'd you
Test,
do on the
test,
weekend?
test.
Here, take my mic.
Try that.
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
Nah. Every time it moves, it like stops working. Okay, this is great. Okay, well, let's just.
I don't have much to say.
You can share with Rafa.
This doesn't
Yeah,
work.
Slide it over there.
Do you want me to share with Manny instead?
Yeah. Come over here, Anna. Come over
I
here.
think so.
Yeah.
This doesn't work. I don't like it. You guys can't share either. It's not because I don't want to share. It's because moving that mic around is just a pain in the ass.
Sharing is caring.
Jonathan had the right idea not coming tonight.
We need to buy a new mic.
We don't move it.
Tell
We
about
won't
your
move it. I'll do
weekend.
that.
Tell about your weekend.
Okay, on Friday, I went to some openings. They were good. And then I ended up at a dive bar with this loser until like 2 a.m. Met some weird folk out there. Yeah, that was interesting.
Oh, yeah. That was annoying.
Yeah. Saturday, I went to another food hall, which we
Okay.
think is like, it's so funny, this idea. But I had a really nice lunch at Casa Tua in Brickell City Center. I was there running an errand anyway and decided to have some food there, and I had a really great time. Went to an engagement party. Congrats, Emma and Todd.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Aw.
Congrats
Yeah.
to Emma and
And then I had a
Todd.
friend from New Orleans visiting yesterday. He was at a wedding in Key Largo and then flew out of Fort Lauderdale, so did a little pass through here. That's it. It was not an exciting weekend for me. Thank you.
And I did the art show too. I went to the arts festival.
And
I did a lot.
Lenny, you almost
Yeah.
killed the show with the Citadel
I
story.
can't.
Rafa, what'd you do this weekend?
Oh my gosh.
I did everything. I went to the dive bar, and then I went to Emma's thing, engagement.
I'm gonna
and
guess
that's-
you went to
this
Las
is-
Rosas.
No, that's not a dive. I went
Oh,
to Happy Stork Lounge
What the hell?
in
Where's
North
that?
Bay Village.
Cool.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's nice and smoky, and there's a bunch of weirdo people. Or there were,
We met some characters that night.
That's hilarious.
but the drinks are cheap, and you know, it's just it's nice to hang out. Like it's nice to be at the bar there. It's a nice
weekend.
sit at the bar.
All right. Sound like fun.
All right, we're gonna try something new. What are you listening to? And we're all gonna play our songs this time for the first time ever.
Yeah, this is a new thing. So I'm going to start.
10 seconds.
You know what? Let Me Go.
Okay.
Let Me Go. That's right. That's the name of the song. It's called Let Me Go. It's by the Rolling Stones. And listen to this, man. Lenny,
Sounds
he's
good.
talking to you, Lenny.
Sounds
Party's
good.
over.
Sounds good.
Okay, that's enough.
So that's the theme song for Lenny's final adieu of as her Seabell duties. It's going to be "Let Me Go." Party's over.
that end?
End of March.
Oh,
I think
That's in calendar.
March 23rd is going to be the end. That's okay. All good, people.
Okay, who's up next?
let's go in the circle. Mine's a band from I forget where they're from.
Ooh, it sounds cool.
It's chill. Hold on. Okay, that's all I'm allowed. It's called Sunday Morning. Band is Amanaz. Do you guys know this? From
No.
It's like rock from Zambia.
A tongue twister.
In the 1970s. Album was released in 1975. It came up on my Spotify when my list ended, and I'm
cool.
thankful.
Nice.
I'm very thankful.
All right,
Okay,
mine is
put it right on there.
I will
right
put it
where your
right
mouth
on
is.
there.
It's our first time, Rafa.
it's
Be
Gary
gentle.
Clark Jr.
Is that
Pearl
it?
Cadillac.
Yeah, okay.
Get ready. Oh shit! Now it's not coming on. See, I don't have my cue. Hold on. I don't know. I'm not.
Lenny, you're supposed to flip the phone open.
I'm not as savvy as you guys. I have it's commercial. I don't know. No, just look for it. It's called Pearl Cadillac. Gary Clark Jr. It's really cool. I'll be ready next time.
Oh,
Wait. I think it's on. Hold on. Hold on. I have it on mute. Hold on. All right. See ya.
nice.
I can't turn it off.
Stop it.
Okay, there
We're
it
getting
is.
pulled for sure. Okay, and mine is it just came out like 2 weeks ago. It's by a band called Foxygen. They got a new album coming out called, it's not out yet, but it's called Seeing Other People. And I really like their first album and kind of like their next album. And this one's all right. So I've been listening to it. Not my favorite song, but it's something. Let's see what part I'm at here. Oh, right in the bridge.
Like going all over the globe, and you're ripping off edge of my show.
I like
I'm
it.
flying in the air.
It's Foxygen?
I like
Yeah,
it.
they keep going
Wow.
more like
That sounds
more
so,
theatrical, like
Yeah.
with everything.
I haven't heard it. That's awesome.
So anyway, check that one out. That is what you are listening to.
That was entertaining.
We'll see whether that makes the cut for the next show. I think we can work on queuing them up a little bit. Yeah, be
Gotta
prepared.
All right, it is Monday, February 18th, 2019. No One's Listening Show, episode 143. I'm here with Lenny, Manny, Anna, and myself, Rafa. And now we go on to, a key hack. Now, Manny, you said last week that you had a key hack. I don't want to interrupt your key hack if you have a good one.
I don't remember what happened last week, Rafa.
Okay. Well, I have one courtesy of Billy Kimball.
So
Okay.
even when he's not here, he
He has a key hack.
contributing.
I like it.
Okay, so he told me that if you go to Winn-Dixie and you buy a lobster, you can ask them to cook it for you.
They do. They
Yeah.
cook it, and they do the salmon too. They'll cook it in a steamer,
Yeah,
and it's great.
they'll steam it for you right
Yep.
there, so you can take it home ready to eat.
Yep.
Or I guess you could eat it at the Winn-Dixie Cafe if you're feeling luxurious.
It's great, and they'll even spice. They'll spice it up. They even put a spice on it and everything. That's a cool key hack. But I have a better key hack.
Oh
Save
yeah.
for next week.
Uh-oh.
Save for next
okay,
week.
I gotta remember.
Yeah.
I know I might forget though.
You guys should have a little. You know, you need just like me. You make your own chat in the WhatsApp chats.
Oh, jeez.
At the beginning you have to invite somebody to make a group chat, right? You
Okay.
instantly make it. You kick them out, and now it's your little notepad.
Oh my
Rafa
god.
did that for me, and he calls it like Clipboard 2019 or something like that. And then he left, but I always wonder if he's just like still in there, invisible, and like reading my notes to myself.
You're the admin.
That's so funny.
Am I? I don't even know how it works.
And it's good also.
The worst is I have to find it in the middle of all my other chats when I want to send myself something. It's like,
So the idea, it works two ways. Since if you use WhatsApp on your computer, then you can like type things into the phone thing and then copy paste them back and forth and like.
I'm gonna
links
try to
that
use
you
my
see on your
brain
computer.
though.
that's what I really use it for. It's not even notes to myself. It's more the clip. We call it Clipboard because you send documents or whatever from your phone straight to your computer and open it and open a file, whatever, email it, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next.
So, anyway, I hope you remember whatever it is.
Yeah, I know. I have two of them, and they're good. All right.
Okay. All right. Talk of the town. Okay, do you want to start with something light or something heavy?
Well, how about if I just start with the quick update on the mugging?
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Apparently, I've become pen pals with the mugging victims.
I feel like it's going to become a permanent segment, this update on this mugging.
Well, we all agreed that it was very strange. We agreed it was very strange. So,
can you refresh people what happened with the mugging?
Right. So there was a mugging just outside of the keyhole, behind the keyhole, or Tumbos.
Tumbo's my favorite place.
A gentleman had been out that night. He arrived at the keyhole at about 1:40 in the morning, and at 2:40 he was heading out through the Fernwood exit to go get some pizza. He was hungry. He was going over to 7-Eleven, and he was mugged, and it was a vicious mugging. There was details of masked men and knives and multiple people and lying in wait and a stolen Rolex, of course, which is a common theme here.
Yeah.
So anyway, I received an update from the mugger. I'm just going to read his text. I'm going to let Rafa finish chewing that pretzel. That's brutal. Don't start laughing with that thing because you.
I don't want to do the Heimlich, whatever.
Is the text funny?
So I'm just going to read the text. Hey, I heard your podcast, and if you want, feel free to share this with your listeners in the future. As you know, there's an arrest warrant out for one of them at this point, but they're more involved. It looks like I was targeted inside or outside of Club 11.
Oh,
but
no shit.
But at this point, I've not been told anymore. I was followed from the time I left Club 11 to the keyhole as I left Club 11 alone. The people who robbed me waited in the front and back of the keyhole for approximately an hour until the robbery occurred. I think I heard on your show you all mentioned that the mugging is strange, and I would agree 100%. First, I'm not certain their original intent was the watch, but I put up a fight, which may have dissuaded them from getting the wallet, but the wallet was in my front pocket. Hang on a second. No commentary during this reading,
sorry.
please, Lenny.
It's just of course it was a Rolex.
Okay.
That's why they followed him. Come on.
Jeez.
Sorry.
First, the wallet was in his front
Manny's
pocket.
going to lose his new best friend.
Hey, listen, we all agreed we're not, this is a serious thing.
Right, and I'm not going to 11.
Okay. Second, it's strange. It is a strange story. Second, it's strange how they knew I was alone and waited for me approximately an hour outside the keyhole. It appears their initial intent was to do the robbery on Crandon Boulevard. I know the detectives are still working on the case. On a side note, I enjoy your show. It keeps me informed of Key Biscayne when I'm out of town.
Oh, that's great.
You.
It's true. Thank you.
So thank you very much to the mugging victim.
Yeah.
Thank you for keeping us updated on what's going on.
And I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah, and we're glad. And that's Lenny, by the way. It's not Anna,
And it was just
the
other voice.
woman on
The female voice.
So that's your update on the mugging.
Anyway, don't go to 11. Don't wear a Rolex.
There's also a quick update on the phony shark attack. Just wanted to mention that. I heard that because it was very, very kind of confusing from the beginning. A shark attack in a boat, people were sending all kinds of stuff. Apparently, the guy was out there with his family, and they were feeding sharks.
Oh, okay. Well,
and in that process,
he was bitten.
One of the girls was really freaking out and started and they were on the boat feeding the sharks, and the girl got excited and tried to intervene or stop this, and he moved her out of the way, and that's when the shark came by. That still seems very strange to me.
Yeah,
but
how did you find? What's your source?
Somebody who was apparently on the boat.
Oh, okay.
Shared it, and I was with some people last night who know her. So.
Okay, well, I'm glad they're okay too.
Yeah, everybody's okay.
Don't feed sharks.
All right.
Don't go to 11, and don't wear Rolex to 11. This is what I just learned right now, in like 3 seconds.
That's what happens when you listen to the show.
I love it.
All right, what else we got, Rafa? So those are the quick updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Manny. That was awesome.
So do you want to talk about the beach club?
I think we need to talk about the beach club.
Sure.
Apparently, the beach club is in financial.
There's been a trend in the beach club. For those that don't know, you can be a member of the beach club. You can buy membership to the beach club. I think it costs $6,000.
Okay,
I believe, and then there are yearly dues that you have to pay,
which is nothing. It's like $700.
Well, no, it was nothing. It was like $100, and then it went up to $200, and then it's gone up. It went up to $500, and I think now it's like $700. So what's been happening is the dues have been going up. There are other options out there. There's a free beach park right next door,
right?
Town Beach, as Billy calls it,
right?
And the membership number has been dwindling, but right now on March 1st is when the dues are due, and they're way short on collecting dues. Like, people aren't re-signing. So the question is, is this a good opportunity for the village to get involved? I mean, I remember once upon a time, Mike took it upon himself to look into either protecting that land or acquiring it, or I don't know what the plan was, but why not acquire? I don't. There's a lease on it, Rafa. Is that right? But
yes.
Then you also have to pay the existing members, buy them out. The numbers are
lower.
Well, I bet everybody still has a membership, but they just don't pay their dues.
Yeah, but if you don't renew, are you still a member?
I don't know.
The
it's
beach
interesting.
club decides that, I suppose. I wonder. I bet if the village came offering money, then everybody would be a member.
Oh, I think we have a caller.
Oh, we have a caller.
Yeah,
Do you
right,
want to take
great.
this?
Yeah, go for
Yeah.
it.
I think we have a caller.
Hello? Yes.
Rafa.
Yes.
Bill here. What's up, buddy? You talking about the beach club?
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
Talk to me. What's up?
Well, I was there. Hey, Lenny, how you doing?
Hey, this is Bill Stevens, by the way. Bill Stevens. Bill,
Before I get started on the little quick beach club update, I want to hang on. Let me turn this off.
Yes. Yes, please.
I'm talking to you from the fourth floor lounge featuring Freedom Terrace, and all the deep analysis happens up here. I'm getting ready for the UVA game in 20 minutes, and Jill's coming back from the grocery store, so I got to be on call to go up and down 54 steps to help unload the groceries. So let me guys a flip. Anyways, Lenny,
Yes.
congratulations! I want everyone to know she had her first cocktail, Bloody Mary, at 9:15. I drove her and Tom home, Jill and I did, at 2:15 a.m. So,
Bill, you're not
back in
supposed
the
to tell
day,
that
we
part.
had the LPLPA, the last person to leave the party association. It kind of turned into a joke. People, I was at the party longer than you did. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Let's get some rules going. And we had it going during the 2008, 10. And Lenny, man, no one's beaten 15 hours since 2009. I mean,
Bill, this is a quick
epic.
phone call. Do you have something to say about the
she
beach
agreed
club?
to donate her body to science so we can see what ticks inside that DNA.
Oh, my God.
All right, Bill, talk to us about the beach club. What's up?
All right, so they lost 90 members last year. And if you look at it, the membership now annual is about $700. That's about $63,000.
Wow.
Okay.
And their budget, revenue and expenses, are budgeted at $360,000. So it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out if you're going to be losing $63,000 a year in revenue on a $363,000 budget. You can cut expenses, but there comes a point it's just not going to be self-sustainable. So, and they're facing the problem with their I talked to Mike. All their kiddie party business is gone to the park next door because it's free. People get to use it. He showed me a picture.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
A party with a mountain lion. Crazy, huh? No, a mountain lion. I got it on my phone. I'll text it to you. It's unbelievable. And it's a Wild West, and people can have parties there. And you know what? It's not regulated by the village. There's no revenue coming in, but no one's complaining. So
yeah, that makes sense. So wait,
they're in a tough situation. They have to compete with a government park that has parties for free, and that it's tough.
It is tough.
And how do you know anything about the lease and what it would take or anything like that?
Yeah, the lease goes till June 2052, and so it's a land lease. So they could sell the land lease rights. Village could perhaps buy them. So the question is the equity members. The problem is they can increase event programming and get parties going there, but it's a big NIPA job because unless you hire a catering manager and security and perimeter from the beach access, it's
I gotcha. Okay,
yeah. So they got a tough nut to crack, but the lease goes about 2052, and the village or somebody could buy the land lease rights to it, and then maybe merge it with the.
Well, that's what we're about to talk about. Let me let you go,
calling.
but thanks for the call.
Thanks for the
Thanks,
call.
Bill.
Guys.
Bye.
Yeah, it is. He would have kept going.
Okay.
Thanks, Bill. You're
thank you, Bill.
awesome.
Okay, so talk to me. So you guys think it would be a good idea for the village to do what exactly?
I think it would be to somehow acquire it, just like the the beach that's next door, the little, what is it called? That beach?
They don't really have any urgency to do anything. I mean, they could acquire it, let it continue to be as it is. You know,
right?
Both places would eventually begin to merge, or you start a vision for what it should be in the future if it were to be blended.
It's a beach
but you're not
club
wasting
for the people.
It's not sitting there like the entry block not being used. You know, it would still be used as it is.
Yeah.
So obviously, I think that's a great idea.
I do too.
Though I wouldn't want the building to leave. You know, I really like that building, and I would hate to see
isn't it some sort of
historic register is on the historic register.
We've spoken about this before, isn't it? Under some sort of landmark protection.
I think Mike O'Brien, the manager at the beach club, did file some kind of like historic registry for the place.
And
I'm not sure.
Update with that.
I'm not sure if it's national or just Florida. And I don't know what kind of protection that offers the building.
We need to keep that building.
Yeah, we do.
Like that cannot
awesome.
go. Yeah, come on.
But I wonder because you'd get people here on the Key who are like, this ain't Key Biscayne standard.
And it's a building that's not difficult to maintain. I mean,
it's simple.
You know what I mean?
Great.
Like, it's just a structure. It's bones, basically.
It's a great venue.
Here's a question
beautiful.
for you guys. How would we pay for it? Like, if I already have beach access and I'm not going to use this beach place, should we split it through the people who use the beach?
No, I think just the condo people pay for it.
I'm serious, though.
I think you could do it just like the community center. If you want to be a member of the community center, you pay your little membership to be.
But that's already what it is, and nobody's paying it.
I know.
No, the village pays for it.
Yeah,
why would the village pay for it if I'm going to be in? If I'm not going to use it?
Yeah, so maybe there's the new precedence. It's a special assessment. The assessment they'll assign a committee to it. There'll be a workshop. People talk about it, and we'll get it
the
done.
houses pay.
Oh.
Hang on a second. Hang on. I want you to try to say that again, but take one more bite of that pretzel.
Clearly, all the condos already have access to the beach. We either have gates.
Yeah, but it's still a nice little.
So the houses would have to pay for it for us, like they are now. But they don't really want to pay for it. I don't think the Key really wants this thing. Not if they have to fork out individually.
How much would I have to pay? I will pay as much as I can.
Melissa said that it's Miami-Dade historical. It's registered for Miami-Dade historical. So it is.
That's like the least protection, I think.
Well, at least it's something.
Thank you for looking it up.
Maybe we can put another soccer field there. What do you think?
Right on the beach?
Yeah, some AstroTurf, another soccer field.
No.
Anyway, I wonder what will happen because obviously the village isn't going to come sweep in before that place fails. You know, it would have to fail first, I think. I don't think the village will just come in and be like, hey, we're proactively going to save you.
It could take one person that's really good with fundraising and doing events and whatever to really turn that thing around. It's like really, I don't know. When there's a good event there's a good freaking event.
The dues are $700 a year, and people are dropping out because they can go somewhere else to get to the beach. And so, I don't know.
And have parties somewhere else. That's what Bill is saying. Bill, maybe this is something you can do on your spare time.
There, whether you're a member or not, right?
Right.
Have someone come in. You have to pay them. Maybe they'll pay themselves by putting on amazing events and getting some sort of commission. But there's a way to save that thing.
I agree.
That's a great space.
Let's do it.
I agree.
Nippa.
Somebody take the lead on that. Somebody out there, take the lead on that.
We need a committee.
All right. What else we got in this town?
Well, do you guys have anything else? Because I only have like one thing here. And I only have one other thing to talk about.
What is it?
It's about underground and crap. Underground utilities and crap.
Okay, that's important.
Okay. So it's actually about two things. Number one, I left last show feeling like we blew it. We really blew it. We had this guy on the show to talk to us about why he put Camejo on the 2040, and we didn't get to it.
We had a lot to talk about.
I know, but still, we blew it. We should have gotten to it.
But why didn't we? We had talked about having that conversation too.
I know. We just didn't get to it.
I know. We couldn't. So what? So it was a compelling conversation on the Underground Utility Task Force by two of the guys on the committee. So I thought that was worth the time. And what we weren't going to do was talk about the Camejo thing in an hour 15 minutes into the show.
Right.
It wasn't worth being rushed. So if we want to talk about it one day, we should.
He needs to come back.
In fact, next week we're going to have we have some guests who want to come and join us from the Clio Institute.
Oh, to talk about that?
Yeah. And they're kind of on the other perceived, on the other side of what the perception is of Camejo. We don't really even know what Camejo's
intent is.
I mean, we know kind of some people who are involved, drawing the lines to it. Worth a conversation? Sure. But, we were already 75 minutes into a 60-minute show.
Okay, wait. Yeah, I guess. But I still think we...
Don't feel so bad, Rafa. You didn't blow it.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
We kind of blew it. Anyway, and then tomorrow is the that workshop.
Yes.
That workshop for the underground utilities. And so, I've been hearing a lot of things about it. I am almost to the point where I think people shouldn't go to the workshop.
Why?
Because the workshop is literally going to be... It's not a workshop. You're not going to work on anything. They are going to... They have a coordinated message that they are going to tell you. They already have picked to recommend their payment option. And so, I mean, I guess if like a lot of people go in there mad, it might spark something outside of that workshop, but I don't think they are going to recommend anything but what they have decided to recommend. They already paid some godly amount of money, hundreds, tens of thousands, if not over 100,000, to get their payment plan in order. So,
I mean, what's in the agenda for the workshop? Because usually, I've been to workshops, and usually a workshop is where kind of there's a problem, and then folks either break up by table
and then
groups
figure it out
and put something up on a big post-it, put it on the wall, talk about it, and then you kind of go around the room and see what people can share.
Right.
So from what I understand, the workshop is just to educate people. So they'll tell you how much you're going to pay.
So it's like a lecture.
It's not a workshop then.
Yeah, it's more like a public
Lecture,
information situation.
Yeah,
and it's not just telling us like this. It could be either this way A or this way B. Which one do you think is better? It's just telling us which one they picked.
No, I think they're going to discuss the other ones, but with the sense of telling you why they picked the
Why
other
this
one.
one.
You know,
But they're
like all
also
the other
gonna-
ones are bad.
They're
we
also
picked
going
this one.
to back that up with some, concrete information. Like, this is what it's going to cost you.
Yes,
Right.
This is
exactly.
what it's going to cost you.
So they paid already from what I understand, over $100,000 to find out that information, and so now they can't really. They can do whatever they want, but once you've already invested that kind of money, they're not going to switch their recommendation.
They're
You know what I
paying
mean?
on it.
They already paid it. Like, that's what they paid for, and I don't know. Like, the more I hear the things behind the scenes and stuff like that, I almost feel like if you don't agree with that way of paying for things, you should not go and just wait to go to the council meeting and say, I don't agree with this. But how do you guys feel about it? I don't even know what you guys feel about it. You guys have never told me.
Yeah, I don't. I need to. I want to go and listen to it.
No, I think. I mean,
He's going to say what he said on the show last
Yeah,
week.
why don't we
Right.
just have? We should just have a watch party.
Right.
But,
you know?
No, I'm asking you guys. What do you guys feel about the
Yeah, I
payment
know.
plan?
I was answering Lenny. What do I feel? I mean, I believe in all of us being in on this thing together. So if that means everybody splits it according to a logical way,
Right.
then that's what we do. Or if it means, we all pay for it through the village paying for it,
Yeah.
Right. Which is
then that's what we do. In both cases, we're in it together.
right, and it definitely needs to be done. So that for sure, I think
And
we're all in
it
agreement.
definitely needs to be done.
Right.
Right.
We're all in agreement.
What
that it needs to be
about
done.
what about like an in between? If it costs $100, the village does like $40 of it, and everybody else splits the other $60. Can you do that?
That somebody was saying that's one of the things that's going to become like that kind of a cop out. And I mean, I personally don't like
'Cause
it.
we
but
have the money. I mean,
this is one of the things they didn't say on the show last week that I found out after is that so they made it between doing the assessment and splitting it up on everybody's house, or raising the way he explained it was you're going to have to raise the millage across the board, right? And then I've read this thing in The Islander where he's like, that's unfair because people who have lived here longer pay less taxes, which was like kind of an argument against the homestead exemption. But anyway, But one of the things that I found out after is that actually the village kind of has the money already in some reserves that are like much bigger than any reserve of any other place. And we could potentially
Use it.
spend some of that
Right.
and not have to raise anybody's taxes next year or anything
Right.
to pay for this. So I don't know. It just seems to me like the task force is. I don't know.
What
Not
happened
that-
last
not there
week?
yet.
Because I should have listened but didn't. But what happened last week? Because you came out of it kind of cranky about the whole thing.
I was under the impression that they weren't arguing in good faith. It was I was asking them questions about the general implications about their plan, and they were saying, well, it's out of scope. All we can deal with is burying power lines. They didn't want to get into the philosophical discussion of what it means
what if we open that door of starting to do assessments in this way.
Exactly.
What happens
They didn't want to
if
get
we
into
do
that
it for something else?
Exactly. They didn't want to
Which
get
is what we love to do, is talk about those things, because it's a real thing. You're
Right.
opening that door to do a bunch of crap that way. Then
Yeah, and if you haven't done other things that way, then
Why are we doing
suddenly
it now?
they got a good deal. The people who get a good deal on this get a good deal, and nobody else gets. The people who lose don't get a good deal on anything else.
Setting a precedent. So the other side of that is to say, maybe it's not setting a precedent. It's just another way to do it. And now going forward, we have another way to do things.
Right, I get that, but like even with your beach club thing, like buying the beach club, then suddenly we would have to do an assessment there. If not, it would be unfair to this assessment. You know what I mean? That's what
Right.
I'm saying. Like on the grand scheme of
you
things,
just want we are one. Like we're on one island. We're in one community. We are all doing it, because or else then we're separating
yeah. I mean, that's
every
another part of
project
it.
by who's benefiting. Or
But if
whatever,
you-
instead of the whole community's benefiting.
But I'm
from
also
doing this.
saying that the people who lose on this one, if you don't do every other project like that, then they just become the losers on this one, and then they take on the burden for every other
For everyone
project
else.
equally like everybody else, and it's like, why do they get
Yeah.
singled out with this project? But they didn't want to talk about that. All they wanted to say was, for our project, this is the most fair thing, and it's out of scope for us to talk about other projects, which to me was like a cop-out.
And so,
Yeah.
wait, at the end of the day, who has the final say of what's really going to
council.
happen? Okay, well,
Yeah.
there you go. Then you just talk to our council
Yeah.
and see what's up.
So anyway, I don't know. The thing's tomorrow. If you want to go get told how much you're gonna pay if it actually passes this way, go check it out. If you want to go challenge them on their ideas of what's fair or not, if you want to eat some popcorn on the radio, stand
Sure
away.
there's not a mic in front of
Stand
you.
away from the mic. But this doesn't pick.
Listen, he didn't even want to share his mic, so
This doesn't even pick up from far away, so you're good.
Or if you want to call in and chime in on it,
Yeah.
No, I mean, what do you think? What
Yeah.
do you think? What would you contribute to a workshop if it were a workshop? What would you say? What'd you put on the whiteboard?
You want to burn it down? Let me know. 361-8557 is the number.
Yeah,
It's
there
the
was
No One's Listening show.
there was a lot of talk too on the green chat about that.
Oh, let me talk a
Yeah.
little bit about the chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, let's get into the chat chats, 'cause-
because the chats. I don't know if it was the coming full moon or the Valentine's or what, but
It got
apparently one of the chats got really heated, and I'm not on this one. It's the homeowners one. And
Homeowners.
two guys got into it back and forth, and I was just seeing the screenshots that a friend of the show was sending me. and
I missed
it
that.
was, they were insulting each other, and you're not smart enough to understand. I understand you're not smart enough. My seventh grader could probably explain
Oh
it to
no,
you, things like that,
Oh
right?
no! Oh no! Oh no!
So it was
Wow.
going back and forth, getting ugly. I only saw a couple screenshots, but apparently it was. And by the way, Pablo Sanchez was still being thanked for being on the Underground Utilities Task Force on that chat too. So
Oh, that's great.
Pablo is not only a sound engineer, producer, songwriter, jingle master extraordinaire, but he's also on the utility force doing some NIPA. So
That's awesome.
so this thing was ugly, and then one of the two people that was doing the back and forth jumped chats, like jumping rails on a train, just jump chats.
I went to the green one.
And he went to the green one. He showed up at the green one, new person in the green one. You see it there.
Oh, okay.
And he starts slamming the underground utilities. The utilities conversation, who pays for it, the condos, this and that, on the green chat. God
Yes.
forbid. The green chat
Yes.
is constantly, people are constantly being called out for, that's not really a green thing.
Yes.
On the green chat. The other day, somebody posted, a piano player. Did I mention that? Did we talk about that? The piano player that was coming on a recital, and everyone was like, you see everybody like, ba-da-ba-ba, typing, stop. Ba-ba-ba, typing, stop. Ba-ba, typing, typing.
They're
Like
like
everybody
this.
wanted to say something, everybody, but nobody did.
Like, don't post it on
and
here.
somebody finally goes, is this somehow green related?
Yes, they did.
The pianist at the cross bridge,
Look.
right? So anyway, this guy jumps on the green chat and starts going nuts on the utilities. People were really
Oh, it went crazy.
one person's like, "Who the is this guy?
Who is this
are
person?"
you? Who are you? And what are you even doing here?"
Yeah, I saw that, but Yeah.
So
That looked crazy.
That was good.
talking chat chats.
Yeah.
One thing that I think I've said it already. When people go off topic and then the admins just say like, "Oh, a reminder that you can't." Well, get out of here! Reminders. Kick these people out of the chats, man. Let them.
I say every time I see a bad parking post, I text the admin there and I'm like, can we, how often are we going to do so? She's actually come across 2 people on my suggestion.
Well, because they're
that have turned into like
they post pictures of like their tires like barely over the line.
I know,
And
that
it's
one
like,
lady.
come on, give the guy a break.
I know. I'm like,
it's
give me a break.
ridiculous.
You're like,
Yeah.
you're even at the wrong angle. So,
Yeah.
so this one person that she finally, she kind of said, "Hey, I'm just going to give you a warning." Like, lady laid into her with like 3 pages of text insulting her, and we don't freedom to say it, and other people do this. And then she unfriended her and left the chat.
Oh yeah,
So that was good riddance.
it is. It's
She was obsessed. This one woman.
the chats are entertaining for sure.
But you need some stronger admins. None of this, one.
Hey, if you do this again, I'll kick you out.
Well, they do. They do. They give you like a warning.
Tom
Red
McCormick.
flag.
Tom McCormick coined the phrase. In the chats, we are all living under a theocracy. We all are under a theocracy because Theo he's Solomon. He invented the chats.
I
He
love
invented
it.
the chats on Key Biscayne. He did.
He did.
So we are all living. Once you come in on the waiver, you sign up for the theocracy. You have to believe it, live it. You may get warned. It depends on how you handle that warning.
Theo, you should
It's gonna be
trademark
warned.
that.
You can be quiet, or you can leave. There is a person, Rafa, you need to be quicker on the 411. There's somebody who actually left the 411.
Oh yeah,
Begged to come on it, got put on it,
and then left.
and then left one day because somebody was talking about,
Who knows?
I don't know if it was I don't know.
Promoting something stupid or something.
And it could have been anything. And he left.
Yeah,
And so
Rafa,
I'm
that
like,
was
wait
your
a second.
chance to jump on.
You left.
Spot that Rafa didn't get it. He was at the top of the
He wasn't-
list. What happened there?
There's no
wasn't-
way. I think
wasn't quick
people,
enough.
people have the links or something, and so they're just getting in there.
Yeah, no, there's the. I mean, listen, the admin friend of the show who runs that page, Rafa gave out that great 361 hack. It was a freebie. Just so you know, whenever you want, you can put Rafa on that wait list.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he checks availability 2 or 3 times a day.
So wait, here's the other thing that I was thinking about the
So
last
he'll
time.
get it if
I
it
was,
opens up, but give him a tip, give him a heads
Yeah,
up.
here-
let
Give me a
us
call.
know.
Give
Here's
me a
the
call
other
first.
thing. If you're in that chat and when you send a message, it's always, it never turns into a blue arrow and to a blue check. Someone check your message status and see who is never reading the messages and kick those people out of the chat. Let me in there.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, once you're in the chat, you're like an equity member. You don't need to go to the club and buy
Yeah.
drinks.
You don't
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You should have to ask. Some people have probably, abandoned WhatsApp altogether. They don't even use it. And they're not receiving the messages at all.
They should check once a year though who's active, and if someone hasn't been active for more than a year, you get kicked out.
Yeah.
And Rafa, there's that one WhatsApp chat that is called Key Biscayne chat
Oh,
only,
we got a
Yeah.
call.
which
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not part of, which is the loser chat.
Hey,
got
Theo,
a
what's
call.
up?
I'm walking home and people are looking at me funny because I'm cracking up.
Go ahead and introduce him.
I couldn't hear you guys after a certain point, so I was just calling to let you know. I checked it could have just been me. I tried rebooting, but
No, we did go out for a second.
Yeah, I
we went
think
out for a
it's-
second.
it's
but
going
I think
up
we're
and
back.
down.
We're back.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all. I just wanted to let you guys know, and
Oh, thank
I appreciate it.
Oh,
You
okay.
were calling about the chat chat.
We
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
we just talked about you. Did you hear it?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's what I
okay,
mean.
okay,
People are
okay.
looking at me funny as I'm walking by.
He's being humble. He's being humble.
Ask him if he's trademarked theocracy yet.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
love it.
keep going.
Oh no, yeah, that's all. I just wanted to say I didn't, in case you guys wanted to keep going on.
Okay, well, get that
Is it
ban
on?
hammer out in those chats and get these people off-topic people out of them. Just kick them out. They can join back in. It's not like it's like a permanent thing, but be like, oh, beep, you're out.
Yeah. Well, anytime I see something, I send it to them personally.
Is it
So, usually if you see it called out, it's because they
Yeah.
ignored the direct message.
Gotcha. Well, that's too kind. You give them the band hammer once, they'll all learn quick.
Hey, Theo. I don't know if you can hear me, but what about just making Rafa an admin of your next chat, your next brainchild chat?
I can't hear.
He says to make me an admin so that I can.
Yeah,
so that I can.
exactly. I tell everyone this is anyone who wants to be an admin. I'm more than happy to add.
That's part of the theocracy.
Dangerous.
That's the theocracy
that's
right
dangerous. Okay, well, thanks so much for the call, man.
All right, thanks.
Bye.
Later.
Yeah, I was an admin of a chat once of that Hurricane Irma chat, and my phone exploded. And so
Still in that one, Rafa? I think you stayed. Like Manny and I left, you stayed, right?
So I am in that chat, and
active?
yes, it's kind of active. And then the other day, the admin said, "Sorry guys, this chat's only for emergency alerts about Key Biscayne," because it started like as a hurricane chat, and so people were. But now it's just called Key Biscayne, so that's the most general. That's the most general thing. It's just called Key Biscayne.
Who's the admin?
It's Christian.
Oh yeah, I got off that one because I'm on the 411 one, which is a lot better.
And so, what are you gonna talk about? Of just alerts, there's like no, there's gonna be an alert once every 2 years, you know. So you're always off topic in that
Rolex
chat.
muggings, alert, Rolex muggings.
solarize your house.
Yeah, we need that band hammer out there.
Are we going to talk about also the traffic and boat show or anything like that? I mean,
We could talk about how the boat show went down, how you guys felt it was managed, and what it means for Ultra in about a month.
I had no inconvenience at all, but I saw plenty of him on, in chats and whatever, and I just didn't. I was lucky enough I didn't have to leave the island.
I was stuck in
any of those windows.
I was stuck in it a lot, and going to the art show, I actually took a boat from the yacht club because it was faster and it was better. But if Ultra is going to be a shit show, I know you're not supposed to say bad words, but shit show, because there's going to be a lot of people, and we should have that dedicated lane.
You know what we should do for Ultra?
What?
Is we should shuttle. We should get a fleet of boats and shuttle people to downtown.
But they're going to have that, I think. Aren't they going to do like the boat show does? Do you know that?
Be like an Uber.
Rafa?
I mean, ultimately, you're going to need to get out on Friday to go do something during the day, and you're going to run into that traffic, and it kind of sucks.
It's so repetitive and annoying, but it fucking sucked. It really did. It really, really did. And I have a lot of anxiety just thinking that in about a month we're going to go through it again. I think that's crap.
The
once a
designated
month
lane
is a lot. It's weird. I don't know.
Honestly, I didn't leave the key on purpose because I was scared.
So I sometimes when there's a big event like that, I'm like, I don't need to leave the key. But for this weekend, I actually did need to leave the key on Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, Anna had an event at 6, so she left at like 1.
Basically. But this is a silly, silly story. But the friend that was in from out of town, he had like 5 hours in Miami, basically. And poor Rafa had to listen to me bitch about this like all Sunday morning. But like, how am I going to get this friend to my house?
Right.
And then out of my house to go catch his flight in Fort Lauderdale at like 7 p.m. because whatever. Ended up not being as big of a problem as I expected. Saturday was worse than Sunday. But the fact that like we have to think about this and then again in like 3 weeks.
So
it's really annoying.
I'm still mad that they didn't fight for that dedicated lane.
for Ultra, at least. I mean, that has to happen.
Ultra is going to be what? Double the amount of people?
It's 60,000 people a day.
Even if it was only one lane that said the far right coming in, it could say
straight shot. You can't turn anywhere.
Shot.
Straight
you can't
shot
turn.
home. Straight shots.
Exactly. No Ultra or no boat show. Just one lane, and it starts like right after the toll.
Right.
You know what's going to be tough, and someone just texted me this. I was thinking of it myself. Is that Ultra is the weekend of people coming back from spring break. So you've just flown back from wherever. You've had a long day. You woke up at 4 a.m.
Right.
You took a bus down the mountain. You got to the airport. You jump on a 5-hour flight. Luckily, if you're lucky if you don't either lose something or get snowbound by another flight. You arrive here, and then you just got to you got a 2.5-hour ride home from the airport.
What's the date again? Remind me, because I'm having
29, 30, 31.
Okay, good. Laura, my daughter's out of my daughter's not here, thank God.
So this is listen, a friend of ours said this, and he works the boat show, and he's a dear. I love him, but he asked me last week. He goes, oh yeah, you're getting traffic. I'm like, yeah, it's been pretty annoying, whatever. He's like, so that's the attitude of people off the key. So, that's the other frustrating part. It's like the inconvenience comes at like, at this weird expense of ours of living on an island and, having this quality of life that we enjoy. That's annoying.
Did you remind them that it doesn't rain on the key?
Yeah, exactly.
He's a friend, and he was making fun. But I do feel like that's the attitude of a lot of people off the key.
And
they're like, "Oh, really?"
Yeah. And then finally, the freaking year that we get rid of the damn tennis traffic, and then we double up on this other traffic.
Shit.
It's like, come on, man.
Which I personally am going to miss that tennis thing. I really
it was the
enjoyed
same thing. It was like 3 weekends of horrible traffic, and every weekday
But I was
too.
at the tennis every weekend, so I wasn't trying to leave the key.
Not in my backyard.
And I don't think it was that many people, by the way. It wasn't 60,000 people a day at tennis.
At tennis?
The tennis
No, was it really?
Man,
Really?
tennis fit a lot of people.
didn't
That
seem like it
stadium's
was that
huge.
much.
Yeah, of course not, because you're probably like, I love tennis.
I do, and I was riding my bike and hanging out.
It's such a silly, annoying topic, but I do feel like a lot of people were affected by it, and just to think that it's going to happen again soon. And not to mention, guys, the traffic started on Wednesday. It is Monday. Was still traffic today.
Yeah.
Like, it's
crazy.
a motherfucking week-long thing. There are those ugly-ass orange cones. Sorry I'm cursing so much. I'm upset about it.
And now...
those orange cones have been up for like a month. I just miss having my nice, beautiful drive, which is the reason I live on Key Biscayne. I enjoy that drive, and I feel like I'm home once I pass the toll, but not anymore with those stupid orange cones and those cops waving me down.
Melissa said tennis was 13,000, so it was a lot less.
Okay.
And now they got to break down the boat show and all the trucks coming out. It's I hate the boat show. Anyway.
All right, it's over. The boat show's over. We have Ultra coming up. We'll see what that is. My prediction, I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think it's going to
be the same thing.
Yeah. When is it? What are the hours? I mean, the hours they're not really inconvenience hours, are they?
It's all day until midnight.
Is it?
It starts at
And
like
probably
2 p.m., I think.
Probably
like,
later than midnight. Yeah, it'd probably go later than midnight.
So I don't think there's going to be outgoing traffic until it's over every day.
Yeah.
Right? People will stay till midnight.
Yeah.
So when you want to leave the key at 8 o'clock at night, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah.
Well, so the question, I don't know, I haven't read about this part. How are they transporting people between Virginia Key and Marine Stadium?
Oh, that's an interesting
That's a
one.
long walk.
Yeah.
They'll have shuttle buses, I'm sure, for that, or golf carts moving people around.
And what are they using up one of our lanes to do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Along with one lane to go to parking, which, by the way, did you see that $40 parking sign?
Yeah, it was a PTA thing, though, from Mass Academy. They were
that's right,
fundraising. Yeah.
Still, $40.
I mean, people pay it.
They should just distribute Molly to all Key Biscayne residents during that weekend. Then. We'll be a lot happier.
I don't think that's a good idea.
And we
Hannah.
can unst outside.
I don't think that's a good idea. But Rafa, you have our press passes yet?
I didn't get the mem. They haven't reached out to us. I told you guys we should have made like some kind of pro-ultra thing.
Let's do it. It's not too late.
All you do is make a phone call like, hey, we're here. We're Rat Radio.
Yeah, we're a
huge.
podcast. We talk about it. Yeah.
Everyone loves us.
Yeah.
And we can
We're supporting you coming to Virginia Key.
Yeah. All right.
That's an idea. All right, let's keep going. Got a little something for you. It is Monday, February 18th, 2019. No One's Listening Show, episode 143. Let's move on to the calendar of calendars. Who wants to go?
I've got some calendar things.
So do I.
Yes.
Well, we'll start right now. Lenny?
Well, it'll be the, what is it called? The
Grassroots?
Grassroots Festival. It starts when? Wednesday? I think it starts Wednesday. I'll be there Friday night, Saturday day. Saturday night, I will not be there because there's going to be a party at the Yacht Club. It's the Amigos Gringo night. If you like Latin music and a little bit of American music and great Cuban food, because I told them I want it to be Cuban themed because I am Cuban, go there Saturday night. And then Sunday, I'll be there.
Yeah,
Grassroots
is a lot of fun.
You just told us like 2 events in one go.
Yeah,
so
I'm doing everything. I'll do everything this whole weekend.
Got to plug.
We got Grassroots Music Festival in Virginia Key. It's free this year.
Yes, and it's awesome.
At least Friday and Saturday. I'm not sure if there's more
Pay
days.
for parking. You pay for camping if you're going to be camping. They also have their food venue there is
amazing.
Awesome. It's their own sort of artisan kitchen that travels on the road with the festival. So it's there's only one stage this year, the Orange Pavilion.
Okay.
So it's not a huge thing.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be really nice, and they're really gearing it towards the camping part
And Don on the
camping with the
Buffalo.
band. So they're all staying there as well. So, there'll be some impromptu jamming. It's beautiful. It's very close to us. The beach is nice there. It's a good crowd. And Lenny will be signing autographs there on Saturday in the morning, and then later on at the club.
But it's
what else do we got? We got, for those of you that are the baseball families out here and interested to know, what day is baseball, this and that, we've got some news for you. On Saturday, we're going to be holding our second spring training clinic. It's free. It's at the Key Biscayne K-8 school. So we did it last week. It was a huge hit. I think like 75 kids and about 20, 25 adults, parents and coaches or aspiring coaches or parents that want to know how to play catch with our kid or do some fun drills and, that kind of stuff. Come on out. We'll put you to work. Wear some comfortable shoes. That's Saturday from 10 to noon. And then baseball will continue on the 26th and 28th February. That's next Tuesday and Thursday will be the tryouts for baseball for
Nice.
Coach Pitch and Mustang. So the Tuesday, Thursday, 26, 28, and then that's it, baby. It's March after that. Can you believe it?
I can't wait.
March 2nd on Saturday will be the another tryout date, and then the draft. Probably be a parent meeting that week, and then opening day is on March 9th.
I forgot one really
So it's right around the corner.
important
Go register, please.
thing. Super important thing. February 22nd is Tom and my anniversary. 22 years married. I just looking at my calendar. I'm like, oh shoot, it's my anniversary.
22, and you'll be at
22.
Where will you be signing autographs that night?
It's Friday night. I'll be at the Grassroots Festival.
You don't have to go to the Friday
With my
nighters.
hula
You have
hoop.
to do the Friday nighters.
Nope, I'm going to be have my hula hoop at the Grassroots Festival.
With the LEDs.
Yeah, with my grass skirt on, hula hoop, all jamming
what
out.
What else do we have for the calendar? A lot of stuff coming up. March 9th, Bar Nancy. It's like a Grateful Dead night. Should be fun.
I'm going to that for sure.
Go
Too.
to that. Come to that, Rafa. Ooh. All right. We'll play a little Jack Straw for you. And then, I don't know what else. March 16th, we're doing a cleanup. We'll talk about that later on.
March 15th, the Key Biscayne Car Week. The February 28th, the Clio Institute panel climate change thing at the community center.
Yeah, I want to just a big plug for that. February 28th. That's a Thursday.
Yes.
7 o'clock at the community center, the Clio Institute. Let's get some people out there. Really interesting group. Forward thinking. They're going to have another big symposium later in April, somewhere in town. That's going to attract some really interesting people. So February 28th, and maybe we'll have them we might have them on the show next week as well.
All right.
Sounds good to me.
Oh,
Anna has something.
I have a bunch of off the key calendar for those of you interested in the arts world. On Wednesday, actually tomorrow night, there's this woman called Stephanie Wakefield. She's been doing studying on climate change and blah 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 and urban development. I'm explaining it horribly. At 6:30 p.m. on 420 Lincoln Road. I think it's a space that FIU hosts. Do you know about it?
I don't.
Whatever. Suite number 440. So Stephanie Wakefield, 6:30 p.m. tomorrow. Wednesday, Helen Molesworth at the Little Haiti Cultural Complex. Locust Talks at 7 p.m. Thursday, Jean Moreno and Stephanie Wakefield at the Museum of Art and Design. Talking about the same kind of things Stephanie's talking about tomorrow, but in the context of Superflex, the exhibition that's up there right now. That's at 7 p.m. Saturday, Judy Chicago is doing a performance near the ICA, hosted by the ICA, called A Purple Poem for Miami. I think that's going to be really cool.
it could be.
I think it's South Beach Food and Wine Festival this weekend.
It is.
Oh, there you go.
Festivals every weekend in Miami. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
it's this time of year. It's
yeah,
nice.
it's true. And then I have stuff from, I can just mention them next week, okay? So the Key Biscayner's don't need to worry about too many off-key
many
items.
events.
Yeah, I'll bring those up next week. But those are that's what's happening this week. Yeah.
That's good stuff, Anna. And folks, you should leave the key while you can between the boat show and Ultra.
Yes.
This is a great opportunity for you.
Yes.
Oh, there's actually this cool thing I want to go to, but I'm not going. Saturday from 9:30 to 12:30. It is a forest bathing retreat at the Patch of Heaven Sanctuary.
What in God's name is that?
I don't know, but I like it.
Bathing retreat.
Forest bathing retreat from 9:30 to 12:30. Patch of Heaven Sanctuary. Look it up. It's a cool space. I didn't know what it was until I saw this.
Cool.
There are these really good Patch of Heaven parties at the north end of the Key on the beach side. if you get out there.
I was like, what?
Cruiser Beach.
So you should check those out too.
We mopped that place up. And we pulled 700 pounds out of there
Wait, speaking of mop
with the
stuff
gloves
up,
on.
speaking of mop stuff up, have you this is I don't think you do pickups here, but leaving the key, you're in the bushy area and you're at that curve where the cops hide sometime.
Stoner curve. Yeah, if you're not paying attention, you're going to go straight and it's going to ruin your day.
Dude, what happened? There's so much trash there.
Oh, I noticed that some trash, somebody littered trash all the way up the key. Bearcut had trash all the way up.
Today, Bearcut had so much trash. I was so sad. I was like, well, what happens with this?
I can tell you what it was.
Yeah, maybe a garbage truck that was loose.
That or, people from the beach, from the Fadito in traffic. Oh, no? Okay, good.
That was just
okay.
So that was today, but then over the weekend, there was a lot of trash on Stoner Curve. So whatever, if you guys are driving.
Well, people were stuck in traffic and they had to get all their garbage out of their car.
So it was disappointing because it's going to fly everywhere.
Man, don't throw it out the car.
No, don't.
Throw it in the ocean. What's the matter?
No.
One time before environmentalism was as big a thing, we were driving off the key, right into that clearing. I guess you're calling it Stoner Curve,
stop.
right?
I'm going to leave the room.
Right,
I want to leave the room. I don't want to hear the story. I want to pass me some pretzels. I'm going to start chewing pretzels really loud in my head.
And so
Here, Rafa, take a bite of this.
I had right when it gets. Is that what you're calling it? Like right when it's bushy and you're leaving the key,
And then it's
no longer
and then it's no longer
It's the
bushy, and the
At
median, right?
entrance of the
Right.
thing, of the marina, yeah.
So I was like 17 or something. And I was eating a pizza, Sir Pizza, in the front seat with the whole box in the front seat. Not driving, somebody else was driving. Can't eat the pizza in the box and the whole thing while driving. But I had the great idea, being the young punk that I was,
And you threw
that
it?
I was done with the pizza, and I just threw the whole
Ooh,
thing like a
who are you?
frisbee.
Like right across the driver's face? You're in the passenger seat?
Did
I'm
someone,
trying to picture
did
this.
someone
You're
yell at
leaving
you
the
and
key.
follow you?
No,
Who
nobody
are you?
yelled.
No. Who are you? Fuck if environmental is cool or not. Environmentalism is cool or not. Who does that?
At the time, it seemed like a
Rafa's
fun
a
idea.
shithead.
No. Boo.
Yeah, well, if I would have seen you, I would have run you
Kicked
down
off
the road and be like,
show.
pick up that box. With my baby
Rafa,
seat in the back.
Listen. We've all done things like that. We just don't mention it on the show.
I think I saw Andrew Tazo with that box
Like last week.
during a marathon one time.
Oh, man.
That same box.
It was on his back. Anyway, that's pretty much it around here. Let's check the comments, see if anybody wants to talk about anything. It's about time that you tell us something. If you're in the live stream and you want us to comment on anything,
Or you can call.
or you can call 361-8557 and just talk to us directly. But if you want us to mention something, we will mention it for you.
What's on there? I didn't see I wasn't looking at the stream today. Was anyone listening or watching? Who's there?
Yeah, it's just a small little comments here and there, but nothing. Nobody asking us to talk about any issue.
We did. I want to give a quick shout out to Roosh and Company. Elizabeth sent me a text. She said they're having like a watch party or something like that, or a listening party.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how many people were there. Hopefully, it weren't your kids.
Sorry.
Anna.
This used to be a show about music, okay? So I'm sorry for the people that are thinking of, other stuff and I curse. That's part of the personality of myself.
It's okay. I curse too.
It's okay. I mean, it didn't used to be about cursing, but we're into it.
And sorry, I said that everybody should get Molly.
Also, one last thing on the calendar for you guys. The Frisbee's still going on in the Village Green, the Key Rat Ultimate Summer Spring Tournament. So if you want to watch some Frisbee or get involved with that, it's good.
Crusty Cup?
The Krusty Cup.
Damn,
Yes.
we need to mention that more.
So it's been happening.
Coveted Krusty Cup.
It was yesterday, and it'll happen again next week. So if you want to check that out, real good sport activity for you all around. Kind of your whole body gets a workout with that one.
Yeah, I mean, you get in shape just watching those guys.
Yeah, that's great. Bring
All
a
right, Rafa,
cooler
man,
beer.
good show, buddy. Why don't you play us out of there?
That's right. We have a little jingle. Thanks to Paulo Sanchez, who hosted us last week. I want to thank Lenny for hosting us this week. And I want to thank Manny
Anytime.
and Anna for being here. And
Griff.
That's it. I want to
Really?
I want to thank Griff.
For canceling because we didn't have mics anyway, so whatever.
So for his emotional support.
Yeah, Griff.
Okay, that's it. Goodbye.
Bye.
Our emotional support dog.
Bye, Mike Griff.